Welcome to This Explainer. If you love figuring out how things actually work beneath the surface, you are absolutely in the right place. Today we're diving straight into a really fascinating and honestly incredibly validating new framework from certified lymphologist Sean Connell. We're looking at the core concepts of his new book, 7-Minute Weight Loss, Lose Weight Fast, Activate Your Lymphatic System, Reclaim Your Energy. And we're tackling a problem that might sound way too familiar, the absolute frustration of feeling totally stuck. You know, you've tried eating clean, you've upped your exercise, you're pushing as hard as you can, and yet, nothing. The scale won't budge and that heavy fatigue just won't lift. So let's figure out what's actually happening here.
So why does weight suddenly become so stubborn? We're talking specifically about that deep fatigue, that lingering puffiness, and the stubborn weight gain that so many women face, especially once they cross into their 40s. It's a wildly frustrating experience, isn't it? The traditional methods of diet and exercise, the exact same things that work perfectly fine in your 20s or 30s, suddenly just stop working. That old math of calories in versus calories out seems to completely break down, leaving you feeling heavy, exhausted, and honestly, pretty bewildered.
But here is the single most important takeaway you can grab right from the start. You are not broken. Seriously, what you're experiencing right now is not a lack of discipline. It's not a lack of motivation, and it is definitely not a lack of willpower. According to Sean Connell's research, it's actually just your biology trying to protect you, not punish you. Your body is incredibly smart, and it's just reacting exactly as it should to your current environment and internal state.
Section 1. Why you feel stuck. The biological shift.
To really understand why you feel stuck, we've got to look inside. It's this intricate, beautiful dance between your nervous system, your hormonal system, and your lymphatic system. These three networks work together in some really powerful ways. But when they get overwhelmed by daily stressors, evolving biology, or environmental factors, they don't just shut down. Instead, they go into a state of internal stagnation. Basically, they start holding on to everything as a defense mechanism. But here's the massive shift in perspective. Your body actually wants to be powerful. It wants to feel light, and it really wants to release what it's been holding on to. It just needs the right activation. The wellness industry constantly tells us we need to fight our bodies, punish them with extreme diets, calorie restriction, or grinding away for hours at the gym. But Connell's research suggests the exact opposite. We shouldn't be fighting our bodies at all. We should be partnering with them through targeted, gentle biological activation.
Section 2. The Secret Internal River. Understanding lymph. And that brings us to the hidden biological culprit responsible for that lingering heaviness, your lymphatic system. This is basically the unrecognized engine of your vitality. It operates quietly in the shadows, and let's be real, it rarely gets the attention it deserves in standard fitness or diet programs. Think of it as your body's internal river of renewal. It's entirely designed to wash away inflammation, cellular debris, and metabolic byproducts. But here is the biological catch, and this literally changes everything. Unlike your circulatory system, where your heart pumps your blood, or your respiratory system, where your lungs move your breath, your lymphatic system has no internal pump. Zero. It relies entirely on you. It only moves when you physically engage it.
When you've got healthy flow, your body clears out waste like a champ. But when that flow gets obstructed, again, because the system has no pump of its own, the water just pools. You end up with trapped fluid, inflammatory markers start building up, cellular waste gets stuck, and those signals that promote fat storage, they begin to accumulate. This right here is the exact root cause of that chronic, persistent, puffy sensation that you just can't seem to diet away.
Now, this lymphatic network is incredibly extensive. It's like a complex series of winding rivers navigating right through your tissues. The core of Connell's method is all about targeting these exact pathways. By clearing these specific areas, we're talking around the neck, the underarms, the core, the inner thighs, you literally wake up your body's natural fat-burning potential. You relieve that overwhelmed system, and suddenly, the river starts flowing again.
Section 3. Hormones after 40, the chemical messengers.
Okay, so we've talked about the internal river, but what about the chemical messengers controlling it? As women enter their fourth decade, their biology evolves, and these hormonal transitions directly impact that delicate lymphatic flow. Here are the four main players you need to know about. First up, cortisol. As we mature, this stress signal spikes a lot easier and lingers longer, essentially telling your body to store fat right around the midsection. Second, estrogen. Its fluctuations make your lymphatic pathways ultra-sensitive, directly trapping fluid and causing that visible swelling. Third is insulin. Rising resistance locks your body right into storage mode. And finally, thyroid. Its function naturally slows down, bringing your metabolic rate right down with it. Now, here is what's incredibly counterintuitive and frankly, pretty fascinating. Doing those intense, draining, hour-long workouts, they actually spike your cortisol even higher. It keeps your body locked in a stress state, completely hindering your progress. Crazy, right?
Section 4. The 7-minute reset. The biological switch.
So if grueling workouts aren't the answer, what is? Enter Sean Connell's highly accessible, totally science-backed solution for overcoming all this hormonal and lymphatic stagnation. He calls it the 7-minute reset, and it acts as a true biological switch. Now you might be wondering, why exactly 7 minutes? Well, 7 is kind of the magic biological window. In the first few minutes, you trigger an instant energy boost. By minute 7, your stress levels actually stabilize, cortisol drops, and your fat-burning potential is fully activated. But past that 7-minute mark, you actually hit diminishing returns. Extra time doesn't equal extra results if the system hasn't been properly primed first. 7 minutes is the sweet spot to stimulate drainage without triggering a stress response.
So how do we actually do this? These are the actionable, totally equipment-free steps outlined in the book to spark what's called the lymphatic crossover, which clears out that cellular waste. Step 1, you gently shake to release fascia tension and literally wake up those lymph nodes. Step 2, deep diaphragmatic breathing. Remember, there's no pump down there, so your expanding diaphragm actually acts as the pump for your thoracic duct. Step 3, light tapping to stimulate those circulation pathways. And step 4, rhythmic arm and leg movements to boost total body drainage. The whole idea here is intentional activation, not exhaustion.
A really crucial point here is understanding the stark difference between detox and drainage. For years, the wellness industry has basically sold us on these harsh, punishing, highly restrictive detoxes. But most women feel terrible after them. And that's because their bodies were never meant to be aggressively detoxed while already sitting in a stressed state. What your biology actually needs is gentle drainage, proper hydration, and intentional movement. You aren't fighting your biology anymore. You're just waking it up.
Section 5. From puffy to powerful. A complete shift.
Ultimately, this method isn't just about losing a little water weight, it is a fundamental identity shift. When you restore hormonal harmony naturally, you move away from feeling stuck and frustrated to becoming powerful and truly in tune with your own body. Instead of obsessing over arbitrary numbers on a scale or stressing over some calorie tracking app, you actually start tracking your body's signals. You listen to your energy levels, you notice when the inflammation drops, and you can literally feel your nervous system calm down. By doing this 7-minute activation daily, you are actively partnering with your biology to stabilize all those hormones we talked about earlier.
If you're ready to stop fighting your body and finally start working with it, you can just scan the QR code you see to dive right into Sean Connell's book, 7-Minute Weight Loss, and join a whole community of people doing this exact daily reset. The book gives you the full guided routines, some really cool advanced techniques for faster results, and the exact nutritional timing to properly fuel this lymphatic flow. This is really where this explainer bridges into real-world daily action for you.
I want to leave you with this final, super empowering thought straight from the text. Your body is ready. You are powerful now. It fundamentally reframes everything, doesn't it? I mean, if your stubborn weight has really just been your body's way of protecting itself, how quickly do you think your physical form might transform once you finally activate that internal river and show your biology that it's safe to let go? Something to think about, right? Thanks for learning with me today.